Hey, Dragon. Yeah. Many Russian servers, true. This is my sound. First I need to restart the game because I had the audio off for the drone. So I can't hear anything. What headphones did you get? Those, you talked yesterday, those Siberia. There's a first person view. Jeez. Already fucking, I can't imagine all this in reality.
We've got a KIA. He flew right into his own ass.
Somebody's killing me. Let's see, operator. First person. There is a button. This camera. Good, then we need to find out trial and error.
Enemy grabbed point D. Hold on.
Ah ja, V, okay. Ja, but first person is a bit janky. So we set here Russian hard pass. So Dutch hardcore here. I can't tell, man. Is that our dudes or? I guess not. It's not really first.
Excellent result. We won.
But still, man, I mean, holy shit, man, it's fucking hell, man, it's already in a video game crazy, man. I don't know what's going on in reality, getting hunted down by those shit drones, man.
Welcome to Team Bravo. That's it. The fight's on.
Yeah, that is exactly those battlefields, man. Fucking Can also barely see them, yeah. That is a drone operator station, huh? Needs to recharge, okay.
Point D's ours. Screw them. We lost point C. How the hell? KIA, round and round. Your ass is getting kicked right off stage. How did that happen?
Something detonated. FPV detonated in the other building. Not sure because he was thinking I'm there.
Point A, hold it.
But I might change. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's basically a single sound that is getting higher volume, but in reality it's a bit different. But still, man, that's already fucking horrific, eh? And we're talking here about basic presentation, eh? And it's already quite impactful presentation. Man, I don't know, those dudes, man, I don't know how those dudes, man, carry those balls around the battlefield, man. I hear Wims, man, writing books about their experience, how they guarded the shitter in the FOB. Becoming big authors. Here dudes, man, fight. Yeah, sure. If you're interested, I'll just drop you.
Point B's in enemy hands, damn it. Most points are theirs, take them back fast.
If you're what? Interested in what? Drop your Discord on shit. Interested in what? Selling something? No, I don't want anything. I didn't read the message. Luna, what was it? Wait. Huh? If you're interested in it, just drop your Discord on chat. Interested in what? No, thanks. You see how fast they are, man. It tells you also how hard it is to intercept them, man. So it's those Reddit experts with... Did you see the reaction time, man? I mean, that is... I've seen dudes, unfortunately I've seen that, yeah. They turn around, it's already too late. And then you have those Reddit experts, man. They have some school shooting shotguns? It's okay, man. SOF operator Dunning-Kruger. You see that sometimes in the footage, man. Dudes, before they realize it's already too late, man. They have a reaction time of 1 second, 2 seconds, depending. Especially those dive bombs, they sometimes turn around. Yeah, and that makes them also difficult to use. I mean, you need to react to it, yeah, and of course both sides use shotguns or even anti-shrapnel rounds. And if you have only a moment to react and you switching from normal mode into survive mode, but this tells you good, yeah, how simply those Reddit posers always. Why didn't he try to shoot it down? Ask the fat ass the fat ass dude in his basement. Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy, man. On the other hand, you need to work it out in a safe environment. There's always people that say, but I don't know. People also react different to that shit. You often hear people saying, nah, it's not good, you should... Holy moly, man. Shit, man, that is... while rather from a psychological standpoint, most rather seek to relive that shit in a safe environment. That's why you have so many veterans sitting in armor or in squat, because you can relive that shit, work it out, but without the actual threat of dying, eh? Fucking hell, man. Even for me, man, I never experienced that, but I can already tell that shit, man, that's what I mean. That is next level, man. If our dudes, man, no matter US, ISAF, whatever, if we would have faced shit like that in AFG and RUC, man, half of the dudes, man, I would have chickened out, man. I would have stolen a fucking crossed the. Yeah. Yeah, I even heard that. Did you hear that on those geraniums they make also a very brutal sound? But I don't know. I guess people. I got kicked over. I guess the server closed. Jimmy, non-kicked. But there was the suspicion that they're installing those Jericho trumpets, what they are called, on drones for psychological warfare. Because I think it is the geraniums or whatever, some of them have some brutal sound when they're incoming. But I guess, I don't know, I guess if there would be real trumpets on those things, they would have already found some among the wreckages. But yeah, I mean, would be not that crazy to to that that they might do that they might attach to those prop drones some sort of Jericho trumpet to simply to make the people nuts. On the other hand, it would also not really help OPSEC. I mean, you need to fly those drones to your target. So if they are they going into final approach faster? Probably, yeah. Yeah, crazy. I mean, gameplay-wise, is, I don't know, rather sloppy. Was more for the experience, which, despite inaccuracies, you can already tell how brutal that is. And also, this simply the situation of one is that's also what you see in the footage, man. People looking left, right, jumping left, right. First, you need to locate that thing. And sometimes when you're walking your patrol, suddenly you hear this high-pitched noise, leaving you with 1-2 seconds fighting for your survival. Or if you're hiding somewhere and you hear that piece of shit thing. God damn, man. Those dudes, man, really. Holy moly, man. That is another level. What? I can imagine that they're doing something like that. I heard, yeah, exactly. I think first time I heard that was Ukrainian drones that offered Russians surrender. Either they dropped leaflets, they're like basically in every war. With here, if you want to surrender, call this number, or if you want to surrender, come to this point. Or signal this or that. And that they also use ground drones or drones with speakers, offering them to surrender. Yeah, stuff like this. USSR anthem, okay. God damn, man. So fucking crazy, eh? yeah, I can imagine. Makes sense. Yeah. It doesn't really require a lot of setup. Man. Those dudes, Shit, if you were damals, I mean, yeah, IEDs, okay, of course that is crazy, and of course the fear is nuts, yeah. But that is here, sorry man, fighting here some peer, or even, and those drones, man, everywhere. Sometimes you have a ratio of 2 soldiers, 20 drones, Can you imagine it? That's why everybody's running around in small groups. Dispersion is the only thing that works. Holy moly, man. My controller. Yeah, exactly. There's also a further problem. I don't know. I mean, we talked about that. Certain operators try to trick you by coming from your friendly direction. They fly basically into the friendly direction and they come around. So your first guess might be a friendly drone heading for overhead, and then they come for you. And again, yeah, the hearing, the propagation is perhaps not completely authentic, but you can tell also by the footage. You don't hear those things approaching from I don't know what. They're often already going terminal when the dudes notice a drone. Sure, if you slowly hover around, yeah, they might notice, yeah. Yeah, so small, those FPV quads. So we're also seeing them. Oh no, I wanted to windy weather.
All right, fighters, it's about to start.
It's a wind without really bad conditions. No. Rain, thunderstorm perhaps. Oh.
Squad, combat readiness.
Yeah, but if they dive bomb you and you're not prepared, first you need to locate them with your eyes. Sure, of course they are visible, but if I'm incoming like that into you until you find me, you see that in the videos. So those suits often have a reaction time of. It depends, of course, on the situation and everything. But it's definitely not easy. For example, here in this simulation I have way better reaction times than what I see in the real footage. Often those dudes are simply surprised. They start perhaps to run. They start to run or something, or pick up their weapons, turn around, and the drone is already impacting. It's brutal. It's really brutal. Oh man, I got picked up by the wind. I guess I will soon play Silent Hill 1. I want to finish it today. What do you mean? Who? You mean who is claiming that? Who is saying you can't hear them? Ah, you mean in the trailer? Ah, so you need to tell me what you're talking about. You mean the trailer in Discord? From this other game? Or simulation? I can't remember, I just watched it. While doing other things. Ah, okay. Unreal. I guess you have, yeah. I mean, there's of course lack of experience, but there's also the opposite effect that people that are too long in combat zones get basically combat fatigued and lose their sense of danger, and they might become and their senses or their actions, their behavior might become sloppy, no caution. That's why there was a saying with us: never trust some combat veteran or some dude that is in a cop comes here from some. Never trust him when he says, "Yeah, it is safe." I guess yes, of course you have different people in every force and on every battlefield. I sometimes say that, yeah, when I would lay bricks every second I would be under open sky in that conflict, I would lay bricks. By some dudes there, I don't know. But yeah, that is sometimes what happens if what you see there is basically a result of 5 seconds in those videos, while that dude perhaps is deployed there in his position for 90 days. 89 days, nothing happened. And on the 19th day, you have 1.5 seconds to react. You walk that route 100 times. On the 101st time, the drone comes in. Yeah? Should be simply windy. So all of the storm. Only know to make it more challenging.
Squad, combat readiness.
The weather effects I can't turn off. What? Basically, what do I want to turn? I guess that's the only way, huh? Ah, perhaps is that music or what? No. let's turn off the sound here. Can't say the same about the motor. Yeah, you can't ignore it. Yeah, this stuff is level 10 compared to Yeah, but the FPVs have... They don't have any thermals, I think. Wait. No. There is no thermal FPVs in this game. But yeah, we can try. Just don't know if I ever see anything. Let's try first with normal weather. Without wind and anything. Oh, okay, it's not that dark. That's not really night. Yep. Let's try rain light. Or rain. So we'll darken things. Yep, okay, yeah. Yeah, rain is basically overcast plus worse. Even more worse. It's strange, I mean, in the multiplayer... okay, that thermal is probably for the observation drone. But yeah, there's no thermal for the FPVs. So the setting. Uh-oh. What is it for a charge? It's not thermobaric or something. Yeah, the thunder makes it too easy. Lightning. Fog and darkness. Oh, let's go. But then it's basically zero. Yeah, that is. Our cast will be too bright. Yeah, that is nothing, man. Ah, okay, I mean, so we'll see. Silent Hill. edition. Yeah. Yeah, it would be great if they would simply add the, perhaps in a lower resolution, of course, because the thermal is on those FPVs are of less quality compared to those Mavic style multis. But they are still, I mean, pretty good on both sides. And the price are crazy, man. That is, you can get a thermal FPV for $800. But for thermal, that is, you don't need probably more. But it's still better than, I don't know, stuff like from the... For example, the dude said in Desert Storm or whatever, you know, those early thermals. Crazy how cheap they can now produce that. Shut down. I see Jack Doney here with all those lens flare. Fucking everything. Yeah, okay. I guess soon there was one more flight somewhere in the worst conditions possible. And then we play Silent Hill, I guess. Okay. Yeah, they will soon release a map editor. I mean, that might be interesting. Seeing what people can come up with this. So there's a bit of variety lacking, but if the map editor is good, then people will create stuff. Oh, Firefox, man, not now. I guess he posted something that got banned by Twitch. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I can already. I want to. Is there anything interesting here for CMO? Is it Resident Evil style? Yeah.
Phase 0.
Okay. Overwhelmingly positive. What is this? Shadow of Colossus was cancelled. Cool look, huh? Okay, combat looks a bit rough. Still don't know about what it is. Okay. Yeah, combat looks, I mean, the graphics of the world, the arts are really cool. But combat looks hardcore rough. Yeah, that's the Shadow of Colossus vibes. Crazy man, so many releases. I'm scrolling since, I don't know, what, 20 pages? We are 29th yesterday. It's crazy, man. How many games are released on Steam per day? I mean, yeah, 95% is trash or very special. I mean, Steam is now at this point almost like itch. Huh? What's Bitchcraft? Ah, Bitcraft. Okay. You're still 29. Nuts. 89,000, and of those 89,000, 15,000 was released in 2024. In 2025 it is 30,000. I mean, most this year, I don't know, I spent a weekend in the Unity or Unreal editor. I'm so proud. Let's release it on Steam. I think some of those games will be. Yeah. I doubt that even one person will buy it, except for some content maker, just for the lols. Balloon hater. Man, I need to stop it. It gets out of hand. We are still 29. As 1 or 2 years ago, I would be already 5 days back. And I'm really getting a headache out of it because there was not a single title, but you still need to scan them all. And your brain says, Jimmy, stop it. It hurts. Any cast. Okay. Crazy, man. Metropolis Street Racer. Living Battle Ambulance. Ah, okay, that's a DLC. Oh, 28, man. Yeah, I mean, Steam has this popular new releases, which is, I guess, but sometimes you miss war games or some good games that are not that are more niche. But this year, all new releases becomes out of hand. So simply too much to go through those lists. It's not fun anymore. Nah, forget it, man. It's really too not fun anymore. It's too cluttered. Okay, check popular new releases. Wargame Construction set 2 tanks. What was the visit? Is it on? I know that, yeah. Okay. For how much they are selling it? Doom Dark Ages didn't sell good. That's what you get for your 3 days exclusive access, $90. When they're still selling it for $80, set a regular edition is $80 or what? Yeah. Then, yeah. Good luck, yeah, with those future prices. It's probably exactly the reason why it sold bad. People are not willing to pay $80. $3-4 on Steam. So the original version. So also, I mean, they announce those games. They try to sell them for $80. At the same time, you can play them in Game Pass for $3. Yeah, and it doesn't matter even Game Pass, $80. I hope that people will continue resisting against it. Because once you open the door, that will become regular. It's already 2 years ago. Not 2 years, but 1.5. I have the wrong, okay. Oh. Okay. What is that here? Oh, that's the first one, okay. Yeah, there's now a big hype of releasing all those games. So Wargamers also figured it out too late. Some people were simply... It's also here Battlefront. I mean, okay, now they sell the original combat missions on GOG. Yeah, it is a peak game. But yeah, so many war games are defunct. I think especially Wargame devs treated their projects very bad. So many games lost somewhere in space, and nobody cares. What is it with this game? I watched some gameplay and cutscenes. For me, it looks, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a good game, but it's definitely not knocking me out of the socks. That you is already on a sale, okay. Last update April 21, okay. Yeah, I wonder why they're not doing it. I think that... I mean, why some people don't do it is because if you bring that game on Steam, there's a high chance it will get pirated. Usually, yeah, okay, it's not all games on Steam, but most games on Steam get pirated. Because you're not allowed to use third-party DRM on Steam. Ah, wait, that is not entirely true. The Steam works. I mean, people like EA or Ubisoft, they have perhaps some special rights, but I doubt. I've never seen games like Combat Mission, where you have to use some license key stuff or whatever. Combat Mission is also coming without any protection and yeah, you can pirate it now, basically, yeah. Because of that. And I guess that is for some smaller developers of niche games. I mean, Combat Mission made enough, so they had rather gain, but I can understand that if you're selling some very niche game, and I think WDS games are even more niche than something like Combat Mission. Combat Mission is for war game terms not even that niche. And people are even here, it has proper 3D graphics, even very good ones, despite all those people yapping that the graphics are bad. Especially when it comes to terrain detail, it has better graphics in that regard than something like Steel Division. But people have a different eye, modern people have a different eye for graphic quality. So again, yeah, there's a play G-String, which is running on the Half-Life 2 engine, and play your typical Unreal slop engine game. Yeah? And that 15-year-old engine game, but you have way more detail. Same as the terrain in Combat Mission. In Combat Mission terrain, man, every bush is simulated, man. You can put every single ditch. While that is not the case in something like Steel Divisions, because it's a complete different game and doesn't require that. But with WDS games, there would be of course way more. I mean, there's some operational war games on Steam, and they're all rather niche. So the problem is simply that this drown out of million of game releases. And you see games like Burden of Command, which was for me a complete shocker. I mean, I hope they did well, but yeah, it didn't sell their numbers. The dude did advertising, he was really especially going for this casual market, and it is even, I was thinking it will be even interesting for the casual market because it is tied to this Band of Brothers, and everybody likes Band of Brothers. But I mean, they went all in with this accessibility. Explaining that game for... so stupid. Explaining that game for... as if somebody... I have no idea of video games, man. What is this? What is a squad leader? I mean, not that crazy. I mean, you can't play that game with some basic knowledge. But yeah, so... And if you say something like WDS, and those games then end up here being pirated, that might, especially considering that a lot of people will also like for Combat Mission, but perhaps for WDS even more. A regular WDS release is $40, right? Without sale. And yeah, you will have a lot of people that will come in and say, $40 for a game like this, no. And once the pirate versions are around, yeah, you might... I mean, you can always say, okay, it was a bad idea, let's return to non-Steam. But might, of course, also then the people that are interested in your game and might be ready to pay $40 might say, perhaps I first try out the non-legal version, and then okay, I mean, now it is already on my hard drive. So I can understand that concern. Yeah. Normally going on Steam is always good, but yeah, WAS, that's the same for Matrix. Not all games, or Matrix is doing this interesting thing where they first release a game on their own store, and then, I mean, they say they do it also because it is easier to work with a specified crowd. I mean, on Steam you always have those Dumbo comments, rule the waves. It's so silly. How did I got ambushed by the Japanese? I had 3 battleships in a harbor. The Japanese ambushed me with destroyers. What a shit unrealistic game. Did they post it? 11. I don't know if it's that really impressive. What is it? I don't know, man. Is that enough? I mean, was the game 30 or what? Yeah, I can't look it up. Was something like 25 or what? Yeah, you also need to pay the paychecks and everything. And that is not the number. I mean, there's of course other costs. Yeah? And then you're down basically to the salary of 2 dudes. Yearly salary, depending on how much they worked on it. I guess they didn't work full time on it. Yeah. And you have of course many other costs. I would say in the end you have, I don't know, 150 or something, because you of course need to invest a ton. You need to pay rent or energy, graphic artists and whatever. So yeah, I don't know. Doesn't sound for me that impressive, but perhaps it is enough, because they were also not alone. I mean, they had a couple of dudes. They had a lot of people involved with art and everything. I'm not sure how many of them are volunteers. It depends on how much you invested, yeah. But I mean, they of course did some super crazy engines or whatever. It was not some 100 dudes team working there. I can't tell. I mean, if I need to see the numbers. I need to see how long was it worked on, how many worked on this. I mean, this game was already announced 9 years ago. They already worked on it 9 years ago, so it depends on how much you put in. If I would have put in 5,000 hours, then I would be not really happy with that. But yeah, it depends. It depends how much work, how much cost. But yeah, you're right. For a war game nowadays, is really not that. Yeah, but you have a ton of costs also making a video game. That is not your win. 30% you need to give to Steam, then all the stuff you need to buy, all the stuff costs a ton of money nowadays. And I don't know, if you in the end left with a couple of thousand, then and worked 8 years on it, I don't know if that is really good. It's, despite probably for war games good, but I mean, I would have expected more sales. Flashpoint's campaigns. Flashpoint campaign 940 units, but that is Steam alone, or is that? That's Steam or all, man? That's also low numbers. This game is well made. That's crazy, man. But that's also why. That was also for me quite a shocker. Nobody's talking about this game. All those wargamers always here on Reddit, experts and whatever. This game is well oiled, yeah, well made with the system, no micromanagement, really good interface, everything. Really had a lot of fun with it. I think it is one of the best engineered war games, at least from a 2D war games from a technical standpoint. CMO 53k. Oh, crazy, okay. Yeah, but those dudes don't care about that much about the consumer market because they are getting their rent paid by the military. I think there's with Battlefront it was a bit the same. But 53, okay. From where do you have those numbers? Where do you see those eventually? So Ukrainian intelligence, man. Normally nobody is publishing those numbers openly. And I mean, I know there's those Steam formulas and everything. But especially for games that are released on different outlets, it is also... What's name game 4? Find it. What is that? First I want to know what it is before I look it up. Jimmy, what? How long I'm scrolling here already? But this list here... Those... Ah yeah, okay, this list is very short. That is a problem. This list is strange. I'm already 22. Super short. It only shows the best sellers or whatever, per month or whatever. So in this list you skip a lot of games. In the other list you see every turf. Yeah, but I mean, how they do that? I guess they use the Steam formula. This data is not open accessible. That is they use some math formulas like Steam reviews multiplied by 10 or something. Which for war games, I don't know. Because CMO is also released on a name game. Name the game. I know, those predictions, they are not really good. The same is for Steam database, which predicts the sales and whatever, and those sales, they are completely debunked, they are often complete trash. If you pick here a game, then you have this stuff here, and you see it goes from 150,000 to 360,000. Those dudes have not really a clue. They use some formulas. I mean, they can be close, but for war games, I rather doubt, because war games are not having this typical behavior where you can apply those math formulas for a typical Steam game. Perhaps there is some access, I don't know. So those dudes want money for it. But from what I know is they use mathematical formulas based on public data. Like Steam review amount, Steam player amount, peak amount, and then they use mathematical formulas to guesstimate the owners. Because this data, that is accurate, that is public. And this plus Steam reviews, perhaps also there's different parts, plus rating. There's even something like how fast does it go on a sale, but that is rather unreliable. But yeah, for AAA games, if that is, for example, if you have a AAA game and that game goes after 1 or 2 months on sale, you already know it's sold shit. It's sold shit. That is when those dudes still want to quickly fill the current period for the investors. Hey, dudes, how did your new game sell? That $200 million game? Yeah, we will publish this data next month, yeah? Oh shit, man, put it on a 20 or 30% sale. And add some skin. Okay. That's why you often hear then those dudes, yeah, this game did really well. It had 5 million active users. 5 million active users is something like every dude that, I don't know, hovered over the purchase but never bought it, man. Those dudes are, in order to bullshit their investors. Which figure is this here, you mean? What is here realistic? It's 150 to 360,000. So it could, I mean, yeah, okay, it's a range, yeah? I don't know, could be. I don't know, yeah. But I mean, how do you know? For a war game, if they don't publish the data, it is not public. So how do you want to know? You can't know the truth. Sometimes it is a good and very intelligent thing to not immediately guess if something is right or wrong, or simply there's not always a statement. Simply or an answer needed. Okay. That is good sales. Crazy, yeah? But you guys need to stop to believe everything what is posted on the internet. Yeah? And not always you need to know to make a statement like this is good numbers, this is bad numbers. Simply those numbers exist. Take them with a grain of salt and keep it like that. But just because some internet site claims that Wargame X sold this amount of units, without first showing me that any evidence on what this data is based, should be always first answered with doubt, not with belief. That's a fucking shitty problem nowadays in the world. Everybody is first belief, then doubt. So what you want to convince me? I hope that they sold enough. Yeah? I don't care, really. But I will not now go into some page, or first I want to know how they acquire the data. I believe could be fine, yeah, but that is not how science works. If somebody comes to me and says, here, on Mars there's some aliens, I say, also, okay, that's how you have evidence or what. That's nowadays a problem, man. Okay. Good, I will now move on the Silent Hill. Be right back.